This is Sarah Misson from Align with Sarah. I am reading the blog post that was posted on November 1st. All of these blog posts are available at alignwithsarah.com. You'll see a tab for blog posts, and you will find years and years of typed out beautiful writings. I like to say that they're from the healing hands of Sarah Misson. This month, the blog post is titled To Infinity and Beyond, Gaining a Positive Mindset. I am so infinitely glad that you are here with me to take this journey, all of them and any of them, but especially this one. Together, we can infinitely grow by gaining on positive mindset. Let's start here. Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson is a beloved astrophysicist, and he easily is found online sharing his thoughts on all kinds of random things. I recently heard him share his concept of infinity and how there are different sizes of infinity. I know it's so exciting to think about, especially for minds like mine. I love remembering him on TV when I was younger, and even back then I loved his wonder, and it just mesmerized me. He has this kind of chaos in his mind, but it also keeps this incredible order. The wildness of his train of thought and the surrender that he has to the randomness of its possibilities is, I think, something that I aspire to. It would be so infinitely fun to have a conversation with him and see what pieces of life we could bend and meld and what sparks of thoughts we could foster into stars or even universes. In the blog post online, I have a link to the YouTube short where he's having a conversation with Joe Rogan and talks about the different sizes of infinity. So if you're curious about that, you can Google it or search up this written copy and check it out. So let's get into our own list of unequal infinities. What can you fill in to complete these following thoughts? A list of infinite productivity, infinite struggle, infinite wonder, infinite love, infinite frustration, infinite strength. There are infinite variations of anything that you put down on those lists above, even if you only put one answer to fill in those prompts. Here's an example of how there could be different, or how these could be infinite. As an example, an answer to the first prompt, for me, when it asks about infinite productivity, the answer to that prompt would be a deadline. That makes me exponentially productive. A variation of that would be a close deadline, a deadline 3 days away, a deadline other people know about, a public commitment deadline, a deadline one person knows about. So I can imagine that you get the picture now how that one answer actually has infinite possibilities. So these infinite variations can be imagined in an incredibly long visual, and I'm wondering if you can expand your answers, like using my example, and notice even then what list is infinite, what list is not infinite, which one is bigger, which one is smaller. They're not going to be the same size for everyone. When I speak to clients about problems they are having, it sometimes seems like an infinite list of infinite variations, the list of happy stuff, the gratitude stuff, the hope kind of stuff, often compares to a much smaller infinity than the list of the problems or the complaints or the things that are not going well. Where our attention goes, that grows. The more attention we give the problem, the more we're growing the problem. The more we give attention to the solution, the more we're growing the solution. There is a value in venting problems, but the experience should be tethered with an intention. Dump, baby, dump, but know that once it's over, it's over. You need to be done. And once you are done, I am not picking anything up other than the threads of information that anchor us to where healing is calling our name. The load we bear is lighter when we get the frustration, the sadness, or other negative emotions off our chest. But if we are talking to somebody that wants to pick up all that junk and they want to add their story, it can then compound the load with more energy. Energy that grows that crappy story. The negative energy is growing, not being unloaded when we have the wrong intention. Or we have no intention. There's another experience to think about on the other end of the spectrum. Trying to take away someone's story or complaint or disgruntledness before they're ready. And I'm shaking my head right now. Trying to offer a silver lining perspective or the never helpful comment of, that's not so bad. The other person just might start growing the issue to convince you or me or the other person of how bad it actually is, how no one can help, how helpless the whole thing is. And they're very sure that they know that it's hopeless. And they're going to keep on telling us that if we're trying to take it away too soon. This shows up in my mind mentally as a tug of war. They are holding the rope that represents the problem, and someone or something tries to take it away, and it becomes a challenge to dig in and keep pulling until someone's face down in the mud. And spoiler alert, no one wins when we don't meet each other where they are. Until they want to be somewhere else, you will have to meet them in their current mindset. Be the change you want to see in the world, in the people, in the experience, in the infinite magic of the universe. Be the change you want to see in the world. I can go on and on into infinity very easily, but I am consciously making the infinity blog not infinite. I hope that you will fill in some of your own thoughts with the following abbreviated thoughts. The opposite of infinite is finite. Finite means that it stops. If you can keep a finite number of books on a shelf, or you can keep a finite number of books on the shelf, if you put too many, it's going to fall down, or you simply just don't have enough room for more. In some places in our mind, in our body, in our spirit, there are infinite expanses. And in other places, it's finite. Where do you have finite space in your mind? Where is it open to infinite wonder and knowledge? Same with your body and the spirit. Where do these feel infinite and where do they close off to a finite experience? Are there people that you offer infinite energy to? And how about finite? What do you do when you hit the finite point? We should have a finite point with many things, and one of them is a functional threshold for pain. Emotional, physical, mental, it doesn't matter. Pain means stop. Pain means pay attention to what is hurting you and adjust what you're doing to create an environment that will allow the pain to be healed. Create an environment to listen to the pain. Create an environment that allows the pain to heal. Only you can heal you. I am passionate about reminding people of this hardcore fact. Find others who believe in that and foster the environment for you to heal you. I was just listening to Brené Brown's book, Atlas of the Heart, and she mentioned friendship and how a true and thriving friendship is a relationship between people who fuel each other's flames of hope, love, whatever, and never try to put each other's flame out. I love this. I imagine the infinite, reciprocal, and nourishing thoughts of each flame protecting the others from the wind, enjoying the warmth of each other, sharing warmth of each other, coming together when you are both not burning bright, so a path might still be visible. Love is infinite energy. Fear is finite energy. All emotions boil down to either love or fear. What do you do when you run out of room for more pain, more frustration, more struggle, more anything? Those things that are finite, draining your energy. Do you look to, quote unquote, buy another storage bin, so to speak? Do you look for another place to store it? Or do you sift through each detail of the pain and frustration and struggle just to remember more of it, just to be more connected to it? Do you sometimes throw everything away, including the good stuff, and get it all out of your life? Do you shut down? Do you ask for more strength? If you do ask for more strength, I have this to share about that. Sometimes we are living in resistance, meaning surrounded by people, places, things that go against what we believe in or desire. We live in this place and it allows us to feel our strength. We're constantly tapping into our strength. Without the right perspective, this might seem productive or even positive. This resistance allows us to feel strength, but it is also a sign that nothing is supporting you. So how do you grow? What else can you hold on to but the resistance? How do you reach for your dreams? What would it be like if there was a pillar in your life taking pressure off of you? Does it validate your dreams to be in the resistance? I imagine it does not. What is the infinite opportunity when all we're holding on to is resistance? There is no correct answer to anything above. Yep, you guessed it. There's infinite options. But you might not have guessed that no answer is exactly right or wrong. Our behavior, our answers, and our thoughts are just expressions of where we are at in each moment. Sometimes we are too close to get a good assessment. This is the value of a friend that fuels the beneficial fire of healing. This is the value of a practitioner or support person who believes in your health and sees you holding on to a rope for tug of war, but that practitioner doesn't want to pull on it. A practitioner that will help you recognize the rope is sometimes needed, and then realizing both of your hands are on the rope. No one else's hands are on the rope. This practitioner can help you realize that only you are holding on to the rope, the struggle, the frustration, the bad day, and only you can let it go. When you find that environment, somebody to work with you, and you feel safe enough to let it go and walk away and find the path of your dreams, while nourishing your flame of infinite growth and joy. It's infinitely priceless. There is infinite greatness in each and every one of us. Our breaking point is also our blooming point. The cracks might just be where that greatness is trying to shine through. Please make room for your greatness. Give it more than just a crack. You are part of the light this world has been waiting for to shine. As always, I'm offering you infinite and endless love and gratitude. If you want to check out some more blog posts, please check out the website. Don't forget about our YouTube channel, packed with information and helpful videos, alignwithsarah.com. And we can also catch up on social media. My email address is lifealignment, 4, and the word you, @gmail.com. If you need to reach out and share anything about this blog post or anything that comes to mind with personal growth, and especially when you're ready to reach out for a one-on-one session. I hope to see you again real soon. Thank you.